Hi guys, this is Bonnie. I'm just doing a little update here. I got a message from Tom-2nd and I just wanted to do a little response, and he had a couple questions for me. He wanted me to let him know if I had any tips or ideas on what I'm doing to be successful, and if I did any reading or studying before I started school when I found out that I was accepted into school. So, great questions. First of all, when I was accepted to school, I was in another state, and it was a little bit tricky, so I was more focused on moving and getting here. As far as reading before getting into school, I mean, it's good to know your basic anatomy and physiology. Have your basics down, but don't go too deep into it because you will be completely overwhelmed by the time school starts. So if you are doing too much reading, it can actually work against you. So that would be my advice on that. I did not do any previous reading. I mean, I was doing some prerequisites right before I started. So I did reading with that. But beyond that, just if you have general interest, in certain areas, you can read up on that. Or, read people's advice and, look on the, I think it's allnurses.com. They have, you can read information from other nurses, but I wouldn't get into the subjects themselves too deep because it's just too much. As far as what I'm doing to be successful, like I said, I'm in my third semester. I've had the president's list for the first 2 semesters, so that's good. Got myself a scholarship. That's good. What I am doing is I do not work. I think this is definitely helpful because I have time to just completely focus on school, and for me, that's what I need to do. And luckily, my boyfriend helps me tremendously by working and taking care of our bills. So I'm actually able to go ahead and not work and study all day. If you can do that, that's great, and that's what I would recommend the most. So basically what I do is break everything down week to week. Don't look at the entire semester when you start because you're going to be completely overwhelmed. And I've seen this happen with my own cohort and ones that are behind us. So really you got to take things like a day at a time with nursing school. Otherwise it's just piles up and you get stressed out and it's too much. So break things down. If you get your books before you start school, a little bit in advance, flip through them just so you have an idea. Usually, I don't know, my school put the syllabus up way in advance, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're going to be studying, which would be helpful. But just don't go full throttle crazy because you will end up overwhelmed. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know, basically, it's about organization, time management, keeping time for yourself is really important so that you're not just all about school all the time. So, you have to have time to have a little bit of fun too. But study groups, that's another thing I'll say. Study groups are awesome. When you get to school, try and find a really good study group or a study partner. Utilize any resources that they have. Like we have a tutoring center if you need tutoring. Extremely helpful. Thinking what else there is. I don't know. If you have any other specific questions, definitely ask me. But I wish you luck, Tom, in getting into school. I'm sure you're going to get in. And, just be prepared for something that's really different. It's not like your typical college experience. It's definitely a eye-opening experience, but it's a lot of fun, and a lot of times it's really hard, but it's definitely worth it. You just got to keep your eye on the prize, and that's what I do every single day. I'm just focused on where I'm trying to get to and where I want this to bring me. So that's my message for today. I know it was kind of rambling and crazy, but yeah, keep the questions coming. I really appreciate it, and have a great rest of the week, and I'll be checking in with you guys. So if you have questions, put them up and I'll answer you. All right, see you later. Bye. Good luck, Tom. Oh, fingers crossed. You said to cross my fingers, so I'm doing it.